Hi, how are you today? I'm Jeff Wecker, CEO of Global FX Trading Group, and your host for this free group that we have here. Uh, Group is largely meant for beginners or new traders, and we're going to try and provide you with the best education that we can. Today's going to be a very important day in your career. You're going to learn some of the techniques that I've used for the last 25 years. I'm a former member of the Chicago Board of Trade and have been trading Forex and other instruments for about 25 years now. And I can assure you the methods I'm going to teach you work, because you don't last 25 years in this business unless what you're doing is correct. There's an old saying, 90% of new traders lose 90% of their capital in 90 days, and that's pretty true. But I'm going to show you how to avoid that scenario. My trading, which I've developed over the last 25 years, is largely pivot trading. What does pivot mean? Pivot is a point. It's an exact price in a pair where there's going to be a move from, a big move either up or down. And it's a very specific price. And being very specific, it's a place where you can take the smallest amount of risk to get into the trade. I never risk more than 5 pips getting into a trade. I will try it 2 or 3 times, which might be a total of 15 pips, but that's the most we ever put at risk. And the reason for that is that by trading with that style, we never get into a hole that we can't get out of. If we lose between 5 and 15 pips, we can have 5, 6, 7, 8 losers in a row and not get hurt. But most traders, do crazy things. They move their stops, they hope, they wish, they think it's going to turn around, and they end up in a big hole of several hundred pips, and you can't get out of that. We control risk. Controlling risk is, maybe the most important thing that you have to do as a trader. And we use the pivot system to control risk. Let me give you an example with this chart of the Canadian dollar and yen. The system I have looks at about 20 or 30 different variables to find these pivots that I'm talking about. One, which look right over here, I was able to draw this triangle in the Canadian dollar yen pair. And by drawing the triangle, we learn that we only become interested in trading this pair if it comes out of the triangle at either the top or the bottom. As long as it stays in the triangle, we have no interest in it. In this case, it came out the top. And when it came through that line, that was the pivot, 81.71. It was the one place where you could enter the trade, take a 5-pip risk, and look what happened, okay? If it had dropped, we would have taken a 5-pip loss and gotten out. We would have tried it again when it went above the pivot or above the line, and then we would have tried a maximum of a third time. And we would do the same thing if it came out the bottom. So, here you see a perfect example. The only place to get long was right on this line at that exact price. We took a 5-pip risk, and we were greatly rewarded. With this kind of system of risking, a maximum of 5 to 15 pips, the risk reward can be anywhere from 5 to 1 to 20 to 1. So it's exactly what you want to do in trading. Have been posting in this group, the pivot trades for euro against the US dollar. And I'll continue to post them for you so you can practice trading with them. You can do it in a demo account till you see you're making a lot of money. And when you're making money consistently, only then go to a live account. And like I said, I'll just be showing you the Euro USD pivots here for for this group. Later, when you get experience and you're doing really well, we could talk about moving you into our strategic access group where we trade all the pairs using pivots, but one step at a time. So anyway, these pivots will be posted daily for your USD in your group. If you start trading them, and if you have any questions, just ask me, and we'll go from there. So if you have any questions about how the system works, you can message me, and I'll give you an explanation. And with that, happy trading, and have a great day.